Are you ready for the long haul? Because I'm totally not going to make this 1.5 hours. Oh my god, I am not. Seriously. Hello there, everybody. This is CwapTheNintendin here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Subspace Emissary. So, last time, we entered the subspace, and we got pretty much everyone back to whole fighting force. So now, it is time for the worst thing of all time. So, this is basically my golden opportunity to go over anyone that I haven't gone over, mainly the ones that we've just gotten. But, first things first, Wario is... Well, not really Wario. Luigi, that I didn't go over last time because I stupidly misclicked. Or maybe my controller was acting up. So, Luigi goes first. Because Luigi is the man. Especially with those manly taunts of his. So, let's see what we got. Reuse bosses! Alright, so, the Great Maze... Well, I should probably go over Luigi first. So, Luigi is basically a semi-clone to Mario in Smash Brothers. While in Melee, he was promoted to semi-clone. He didn't necessarily have his own voice back then. Just basically a high-pitched Mario. But now Luigi actually has his voice in this game. So what separates Luigi from Mario is the fact that his side B is the green missile. 12.5% of the time, it will be an exploder, which is what I dub it. Which is basically what I dub it. And that will cause a lot of damage. When you get close to an enemy, you want to super punch them to death. Because if you get really close to an enemy, it will cause them to launch really high up in the air. But beyond that, his down B is indeed the Luigi Tornado. Because Mario's wasn't necessarily the Mario Tornado. That's his down aerial now. Unlike with Luigi, which is just a spinning bad kick. Yeah. So basically, Luigi is a semi-clone. And I like using him in Brawl. It's pretty neat. But anyway, now it's time to actually go over what the Great Maze actually does. Or actually is. So, basically, you have yourself a map. Yep, a map. You wanna know how huge this place is? Very, very huge. And in order to access the final battle of the game against Taboo, you need to fight every boss that you encounter. Not only that, but you also have to fight shadow versions of everyone. Yes, everyone. Everyone that's been included in the Subspace Emissary so far. And these golden doors right here, they will lead you to places where you can save or swap out characters or stickers. Whatever you prefer. So yeah, Great Maze is a great maze indeed. So, all these are basically going to be reused levels, and all that good, not really, stuff is going to happen to you. Yep. So basically put, you have to navigate this maze of greatness so that you can fight all these characters once again. Like this guy, for instance, Pit. So, yeah. So anyway, I don't think I'm a pretty good matchup against Pit here, but we'll see. Strangely enough, Kid Icarus music was, yeah, it was very limited in Brawl, since Uprising didn't come out yet. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to stick to the Castle Fortress theme from Mario World for some reason. But Regardless of which, so that's basically the whole gist of things in the Great Maze. You have to fight every character, and you have to fight every boss. Meaning you're gonna have to traverse the Great Maze in order to find these guys. And yeah, that's pretty much the worst thing. Like, first time playing is going to be a lot of trouble for you. It's gonna be it's not gonna be full of any sort of mercy at all. If you decide to go at this with, you know, higher difficulties. Like what I'm doing right now, which is pretty dumb. Like what I'm doing is pretty dumb. It's because stuff's gonna happen. And you're gonna die. And die. And die. And die. But, I'm not gonna make this just, Luigi, Bowser, Ganondorf, and Wario. No. As if I'd ever, like, died the Great Maze enough times for me to get considered a game over. Basically put, whenever we get to a new save point and I do things, I'm gonna be swapping out characters. Characters that I'm good at. So you're gonna see a whole lot of variety, of course, from me. Because I'm pretty good with the characters of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. With the characters of Smash Bros. Brawl. So anyway, we got another door. Let's see what we got. We have Link, which is strangely playing Gerudo Valley in the background. Yeah. Strangely playing Gerudo Valley in the background. So, if you know Bowser from Melee, he's pretty much the same story as he is in Melee as he is here. Basically put powerhouse character that can do a lot of scratches and all that stuff. But he's got another move at his disposal as well. Well, if I can grab onto Link with the side B, that'll be most wonderful. This time, instead of chomping at the opponents like he does in Melee, this time he freaking body slams his opponents into the ground by grabbing them with the side B and just throwing them. Yeah. And this gives rise, of course, to the whole strategy that is called the Bowser Suicide Strategy, as it is dubbed in Smash 4. Basically put, you grab the opponent with the side B over the ledge, and yeah, that's how you basically kill him. You will lose a life, yes, but the opponent will also lose a life in the process. And hey, look, a villager. Villager. It's cool. It's cool. I always say that. But anyway, I'm assuming we have a dead end here, so why don't we just see what's behind door number 2? And that's Kirby. And thank God they got the appropriate music for Kirby here, because this actually sounds like a badass fight against a badass Kirby. Gourmet Race. Which is, of course, a very famous track, or a very famous remix from Smash Brothers. Alright, so what you gonna do, Kirby? What you gonna do? I have Bowser, and you have wow. Or you can just grab the item. That's great. And I can grow small, too. This might give me ample time to go over Ganondorf, but then again, I might not want to. Then again, I have no choice now. So Ganondorf, like DDD, is one of my worst characters. I think I'm only good at him with Melee. I don't know. But from the transition from Melee to Brawl, Ganondorf has gotten a whole lot worse. Well, he has increased in power, yes. But all that is replaced with slowness, I should probably say. He's not really so much a Captain Falcon clone in this one as he was in Melee, even though everyone pretty much liked him. For a reason. But he's still got the elements of the Captain Falcon within him. Like his up special is basically Captain Falcon's yes move. And side B, basically not really Ganondorf, Falcon's side B. And basically a slower Falcon punch from him. Basically. But aside from that, though, his up tilt move is actually pretty interesting. It launches slower than Captain Falcon's, but it's filled to the brim with a lot more power backed up to it. Basically. Basic and to the point. So I'm not really sticking around to see this. No. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to Wario, because Wario is more my preferred character. And that will be about every character that I've gone over. So, instead, I'm going to, after Wario, that will be Mario, Olimar, and, Ness. Alright, so, Wario is a newcomer in Smash Brothers here. So, Wario has a lot of weird animations in this one. Well, mainly his walking animations is really weird. Well, as you can see, he, moves in, 2 frames of animation per time. But that doesn't change the fact that Wario is not necessarily a clone of Mario, his own original character. So, Wario doesn't have that much of a reach with his up special move. However, the most basic element that you'll want to remember for when you're playing with Wario is, well, time. Because, believe it or not, the very first trailer for Smash Brothers Brawl actually showed off Wario's freaking down special, which is basically a fart. Give it time, and the fart will charge up, and it will be a massive one. So much so that it does indeed have KO potential. Yeah, no joke. Snake's Codex said so. Yep, Snake's Codex said so. Alright, so anyway, for this part, you want to go over to here to destroy these blocks and not get killed by you and you and you. And that was kind of a bad thing for me to destroy that one block, because on the other dimension, that leads to Spiky. Yep, that leads to spikes, which is, of course, a very bad thing. So anyway, now we gotta go over to the other dimension and destroy these blocks. And I believe you only need to destroy those two. Just so that, you know, just so that you can do this. That way, the other blocks from the other dimension will... okay. Your brain must be hurting right now, but I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's the way that it's gonna have to go. I'm sorry. But anyway, now we got Yoshi here with the more appropriate theme of his, the airship theme. Ow. Didn't even get to show off Wario's, freaking, move, but whatever. So anyway, now we're fighting Yoshi. So this could be a thing, unless I kill him in 1 second, which is not necessarily the case for me. Now, I'm sorry, I have to keep looking at the Wii U gamepad screen, because the gamepad screen is the only one that has 60 frames per second. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I almost spiked him right there. And I keep forgetting, L is not grab. L is not the grab. There. There we go. Hats off to you, your green friend. And that way basically leads to a dead end. So we have to find somewhere where we have to go. See? See what I'm talking about here? Yep. It's gonna be filled. This place will be filled to the brim with all sorts of... Wait. Hold on. Hold the lines and need them. Actually. Supposedly. There is a way to get over there, I think. I don't know, but we'll see. Alright, please don't make a liar out of me. Yay, you didn't make a liar out of me. Yay! Alright, so where does this lead to? It leads to here. Where there's only one way to go. I'm pretty much just gonna be kinda ignoring the enemies, but if I have to fight them, I will. And if they're in the way, well, I gotta destroy them. Well, at least we got the Dark World theme to back us up, though. Pretty nice arrangement of that, even though I'm not really such a big of a Link to the Past guy. I kind of wish I am. Alright, so we got another dark door. Let's see where it leads. It leads to... Diddy Kong. And the Battle for Storm Hill is playing again. Again, DK Jungle Beat. Very awesome game. I wish it would get more love. And no, don't you dare. Okay. Thankfully, your stupid AI is more stupid than mine. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on, me. Come on. Ow. I'm getting more hurt than me. I'm getting more hurt than you. I do not want to die here. Nope. And I heard a jack. Yeah, that's what that thing is called, a jack. That thing that goes whoop 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 on the 75-meter stage. Based upon the Donkey Kong game. Not the one that you know. The Donkey Kong game from the good old arcades. It's good. It's a good game. Alright. Do it. Alright, get over here. In, yeah! Killed him in one hit. And... whoa, no! Falling to dead. And now we got another central hub. Neat. Alright, so I do believe there's... actually... nah, there's not another one. Alright, so whenever you hear this track pop up, that means you basically entered a hub of sorts. And, of course, that'll get into another mechanic of the Great Maze. That makes it slightly easier to navigate. So you see these glowing platforms right here? Stand on one of them and press up. And you'll be instantly warped to another part of the Great Maze. For example, this is where you started. So, yeah, it is kind of sort of easier to navigate the Great Maze this way. Well, that is if you're going after a particular guy. But, regardless of which. Let's see. What time are we at? 60 minutes. Okay, we could go for another, like... I'm doing these for as long as I want to. So anyway, we get Ness next. Kirby, Peach. Then Lucas. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we got another dark door right here. So why don't we just go ahead and go over here to see what lies ahead. It is... Duon! Alright, so now we get to fight one of the bosses again. This time as a different character. So, pro tip if you want to use Ness against Duon here. Make sure the pink robot is in the lead if you want to heal up during this fight. Because that way, you'll be able to get off some free recovery thanks to PSI Magnet. If you can do it. That is, if you can't do it, it's wonderful. I would highly recommend against bosses using coughing maneuvers to do so. Alright, so basically use PSI Magnet whenever he's firing on projectiles. There, I said it. Alright, if you notice a lack of commentary there, I apologize, but I'm having a coughing episode right now. But Jesus Christ. And I was trying to avoid that. Alright, come on. Oh wait, I can just use this. See? See how helpful this is? This is very helpful. Now he dies. Now I can just kill myself. Woo! I wanted to do that. Alright, another coughing fit right there. And now we have this place. Now we're back at the Halberd again. Where, of course, we have more stuff to do. And I do believe we're going to take care of this last because my throat is actually starting to get to me. So, anyway, now we have 2 doors to go through. We have to go over to this one or to this one. Of course, one of them doesn't lead to anywhere. But, hey, at least it's nice. And the other one will lead to... It'll lead you to a dark place. And we got Snake. And, we have, strangely, Metroid Fusion music. Strange. Not Metal Gear music. Why don't we have Encounter as a thing? I don't know. But anyway. Boom! You are out of here! Get out of here! Yeah! You are deaded, sir. You are very much deaded. Jesus Christ. How am I gonna edit out these coughs? Probably should have drank some more water. But, whatever. Let's see, what time are we at? 20 minutes. I'm going. I'm keep on going. I don't care if I'm getting sicker at the moment. I just want to get these done. Right. So anyway, this door will lead to this place. Where you basically have yourselves just basically another save point to do. But even before we do that, actually, let me do this quickly. Actually. before my mind gets any crazier. You don't necessarily have to save in order to heal up your percent. All you have to do is just step on the Smash Bros. Logo of magic, and there you go. It's as simple as that, folks. It's very simple. But anyway, I believe if we go over this way... Yep, another dark alley. So, you'll need a key, of course. And that will lead to... over to here, where everything is... Really? Did I just seriously lose that key? To a fire primate? Really? That's fine. That's okay. It's okay if I lose things. No, 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 no. Okay, good. Good. That's fair. That's accurate. That's fine. Anyway, let's see. We have Mr. Game & Watch, where strangely enough, Flat Zone is playing. Okay. Guess I gotta have character-specific themes sometimes, just not all the time. Alright, don't you dare do a number 9 on me. No, I'm not having a 9 interfere with my plans. Alright, so, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Game & Watch, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, nope. Alright. I got it. Okay, plan. Sacrificial play. Which means killing myself and not Game & Watch. Huh. Okay, so that's pretty weird. Apparently, the shadow figures have much deeper voices than, the regular counterparts, which is really weird. Huh. Anyway, that's the only thing in this room that's pretty much worth mentioning. And I figured I might as well just end the part before I get too sick, man. Because I need a drink of water, man. I promise you the next part will be longer if I don't get, like, too much sickness over with. So anyway, next time on Let's Play Subspace Emissary, we're going to continue on through the Great Maze. So, I will see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.